Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the evil Buu, and we're going to take a look at just how good he is in DBZ Dokkan battle at 55%. Now this guy released in April of 2024 and I only recently just got him as a unit in the general banner from the World Tournament. Now he's really good. He was really good when he first came out. He obviously has aged a little bit in the year and a half since then. No unit, stays king forever, but in Dokkan they stay king for about 6 months. He was never king, but he was pretty good. He's a martial power lead of Ki +3, HP, attack, and defense 130%. He massively raises attack for 4 turns and causes sprint damage to the enemy. This massively raising attack for 4 turns is very crucial because it's going to have a significant effect on essentially what his counters and other abilities will do as well. And so it's massively raising is very important because if you do an extra additional, you can push those numbers up a lot. So massively raises attack for 4 turns, recovers 5% HP, can recover HP with sweets. Per Majin Power category ally, he has attack and defense of 40%, Ki +1, and chance of performing a crit, and chance of evasion up 10%. When all allies are Majin Power, he will launch an additional super attack and perform a critical hit. So you don't have to build him in any way into crit, because you're going to want to run this guy mainly exclusively on Majin Power. When attacking at 12 or more Ki, attack and defense is 60%. When HP is 40% or more, survives KO attacks up to once per turn. When HP is 80% or less, he will recover 5% additional HP on top of the 5% at the start of turn. When HP is 40% or less, an additional 10% HP. If HP is 60% or more when attacking, attack up of 60%. And when receiving a Ki Blast based super attack, he has a high chance of nullifying it and countering with tremendous power. All of which is basically really good. So in terms of the functionality with this unit, what's really nice about him is he's just a good floater. Good damage dealing floater. He has that 4 turn attack raise, which is very big, allows him to just kind of float around. He can have 50% evasion, or even higher. You can have 60%, even 70% evasion, depending on what your team build up it looks like. And if you build him pure additional evasion, then he can be really quite solid. That's the thing. He really can be a very impressive unit when it comes to his defense in terms of evasion, because you can build him full evasion. You have additionals built in, you have crits built in, and giving him more evasion on top of his 70% means that he can be very good. Combine that with a high chance of nullifying and countering with tremendous power, and he's like a pseudo baby version of UI Goku who can do some pretty solid damage. I think what he's missing is a little bit of support. I think him having some support capabilities would have been nice for the Majin Power team and would have made him very useful ongoing. Being restricted when a unit is restricted, the number one thing I look towards is how good they are for that one team. So if you're going to make him a Majin Power only unit, is he going to be an absolute beast for Majin Power for a long period of time? And with this guy, there is a case that yes, he is probably still very good. We see him here hit a range of attack stats between 10 to 15 million, but he is a very link based unit. The difference between a lot of his links and link level 10 is huge. We're talking, extra 5% attack and defense all over the place, 10% defenses, just very huge changes that make the unit function a lot better. So that's the first thing I will say. There is definitely a big consensus in terms of the improvement from link skills. Then additionals, also very important, can help boost the attack stat. But yes, essentially what I would say is that this guy is very good. An absolutely excellent character. So for me, overall, I would say Buu Pure Evil, very good still, very usable still. definitely a character that you can incorporate onto your Majin Power team. However, any team that is not on your Majin Buu Power team is going to be a very, well, any team you want to use them on that isn't Majin Buu or Majin Power is probably not going to work, basically. But that's it from me. Bye.